Let me tell you this one again, and you should take it to the bank. There's nothing like one Nigeria. One Nigeria is nothing at the moment but a scam. One Nigeria only exists on paper, but in reality, it doesn't exist. Do you want to know why I say that? Basically and simply stated, the fact is, at the moment, different ideologies are actually aspiring for dominance. You have the Islamic ideology, you have the Biafran ideology, and you have the Oduduwa ideology. All these things. The fact is, the people I see missing in the picture are even the Niger Deltas, though they are actually comfortable or convinced with their 13% derivative. But in reality, one Nigeria only exists on paper, and that is just it. We can't be lying to ourselves for a very long time. And why does it only exist on paper? It exists on paper based on the fact that there's a wonderful write-up that says Nigeria remains an undivided entity and is all-encompassing. It accommodates all different factions, religious institute or whatever. But the fact is, different segments, different regions, as it applies according to the majority, dominates actually what should be and what should not be. When you come to the north, what do you see majorly? You see the preponderance of Sharia. Preponderance of Sharia that neglects or negates the diversity of the north, right? When you go to the east as well, you find the Igbos, and the fact is, according to how they feel they have been marginalized and they have been cheated under the disguise of one Nigeria, they are actually trying to have their own too, and they are protecting their territory. I think in this part, I think the only safest place so far that are actually even safe in all this madness is even the Yoruba land, because the Yoruba land now is all encompassing. Muslim, Christian, Babala worshipper, all accommodated. Do you get it? So they are forging towards a better Yoruba nation. And that is why you get to see that at a point in time, we can give it to the Yorubas that they are all on the same page. Both the masses and both even the political figures. The fact is, they do things that reflect the generality of the Yoruba land. Though gradually there's an encroachment of radical Islamism that is about to befall them as well. But the fact is, they are more formidable at the moment. Why do I say they are more formidable? Just like I said, politically wise, masses wise, they are all united. But when you come to the Igbo land, what do you find? You get to see that there's a disparity between what the common man, what the common Igbo man wants, and what the politicians want. And that is why you see the likes of them Soludo and even them Oju Uzo Kalu challenging their ideology, saying Alex Oti is just painting roads or whatever, and Soludo closing down markets and nothing is being done. And the last time I checked, all these people are advocating for the fact that we need to remain on our own. So the fact is, if you can't challenge even these people that negates your own ideology of the fact that we feel cheated, while you feel cheated, they don't feel cheated. They feel that this Nigeria is all actually okay for them and is something to be reckoned with, the one Nigeria, right? So the fact is, when it comes to, I think that actually makes you even lose the concept of even coming to a national table to say that we feel cheated or marginalized. Because when the populace, when the masses are actually saying this is what we want, the politicians are saying another language, right? In the north, it's a different ball game entirely. What is eating the north basically is just religious ideologies, factional religious ideologies. Different ideologies everywhere in the nation. And funny enough, the government is not doing anything against this. And if I must tell you my own opinion, what I feel in regards to the present situation is the fact that we have a president that is supposed to reflect one Nigeria, right? But the fact is, the president is more interested in actually coming. That is my opinion. More interested in coming for the second tenure. Only God knows what he's pursuing. And in my own concept now, in my own take, all he's just basically pursuing is even just strengthening more of the Oduduwa Republic. Let me say it here. That is my opinion, and that is what I feel. But the fact is, his people are rallying around him again because they feel they have been cheated majorly by the North. At the end of the day, now, this leaves you with the dilemma of the North. What is actually the fate of the North? The fate of the North is the fact that the North used to be wonderful people, but over time now, you have had radical Islamic sects, radical individuals that have actually taken out the peace of this region. And now we are like the poverty capital of the nation. Do you get it? So the fact is, anybody that keeps telling you that we are one Nigeria, and according to the law, when you now come out to say there is no one Nigeria exists on paper, it looks as if you are trying to achieve division. But let me ask you this question now. If I'm actually all about achieving division or separation, what do I stand to benefit from all these things? Nothing. I'm not a politician. I don't intend to contest for politics or whatever. But all I'm just advocating now, all I'm just trying to see is a situation where individuals are respected just like developed nations. Irrespective of your tribe, your religious affiliations, you're all welcome. But it will be very foolish and stupid of anybody to come and tell you that we are under one Nigeria and we should just blame it on bad governance. Or just like I keep telling you at any point in time, bad governance is informed as a result of these ideological divisions that exist in the nation. So the fact is, I think the general point of conclusion here is we are actually in a battle, a war of either dominance or living together as a nation. So the fact is, dominance, only God knows who go dominate. But having a better nation now is equally in the hands of God and in the hands of the politicians. How do you want the nation to be? And in regards wanting the nation to be, you don't need to do any magic. All you just need to do is just do one thing, which is enforcement of the rule of law and due process, irrespective of region, irrespective of tribe, irrespective of party. And that addresses the whole issue. But as long as this remains, as long as this stupidity remains of this old, let me not just insult people here. We are just going to remain nothing but a divided nation. And I want to state it clear to you again that you shouldn't blame anybody for desiring and aspiring to go his own way because of the reality they see on ground. And that is just it.